Yo. Hello, chat. Hi. I was in the middle of putting some stuff away. As you do. Hello, hello. I wasn't in the middle of stuff putting away. I'm actually lying. What the hell? Axolotl, thank you very much. I'm gonna turn those off again for today. I've got this wonderful habit of forgetting that I'm doing a stream that's not on Minecraft. But thank you very much. That's gonna be the name of the first B. No. Someone with a microphone? It is far away because I forgot to grab it. I'm a bit uncoordinated today. So, nothing wrong with the microphone. It's here now. It was against the wall. I need to plug something in. I have wires. Oh, what do we think of the shark? The shark hoodie. It finally arrived. Isn't this cool? This is the original. I love it so much. It's so cool. It's so comfortable and it's my size. As you can see, look. Like, it fits me nice and comfortably. It's not super baggy. Like, it's not like, you know, a size too big. It's my size. As you can see here, look. That's where it ends. It's just here. But nice and... It's still baggy, but, like, it's not like... Like, that's as far as it goes on my arm. Before it reaches my wrist. Normally, it tends to bag up and over. But it is a small, so that's nice. Bonus points of being the same size as Smidge, I guess. Always helps when you're the same size as the person who's made the clothes. There we go. Alright, wire plugged in. Now we need the graphics tablet on the desk. Let's make the space. Oh, we've got snacks today as well. We have Oreo wafers, chocolate, and Chinese Oreo wafers, strawberry. I have these all the time. I really like these, but I've never had these ones because these are from London. So that's going to be exciting to try. There's the pen. Let's put the pen there. Ooh, yeah. I'm also probably going to give some to my sibling because they really like strawberry flavored things. They like strawberry jalapenos and they also really like sort of like Asian sweets and snacks and stuff a lot. I really do sometimes say this. I'm a firm believer that genuinely you put my sibling in the middle of like, I don't know, maybe not Japan because they don't actually speak Japanese. Put them in the middle of like South Korea, like in, is it Seoul? Is Seoul South Korean? Seoul South Korean, right? Put them in the middle of like Seoul and they're fine, they're good. You know, they could probably live a happy life, actually. Which I think is always really, really funny. I can send the wire. I don't like it going this way, but I'd like to be able to have maybe like a hook here under my desk that holds it up like that. Ideally. Not like it's ever going to happen. Alright. Let's go to the application screen. Let me grab the file. Let's grab the tweet as well. Let's pin that indefinitely. There we go. Alright, okay, let me grab it. I sent it to my partner. There we go. Yes, continue to download. Yes, keep. I know it's an MDZ file. I can run that. Don't panic. PC. Open it. Oh, it's not going to know how to open it, is it? I'm going to have to open it with... I'm going to have to open FireAlpaca and then open it in FireAlpaca. So I was working this morning on a concept... Well, concept is a strong word because I've already done it now. A design for... Loud Warden. Cool. Alright, okay. That's not full screen, is it? Thank you very much. I was working on a design for Ilya, as you can see here. Let's grab my glove. Locked in. Let's grab a blanket as well, because it's a bit chilly. Chilly enough for me to wear a jumper comfortably. But my goddamn underwear keeps digging in. What is going on today? Sit properly, dude. In my defense, I did get woken up 2 hours earlier than I was supposed to because of dogs barking. You love it. You love to let that happen. Alright. My pencil needs to be not 107. .6. Cool, right. So this is what I've done for Ilya. So that's the left side. This is what you see normally when you look at the keychain. And then you've got to picture the whole thing. That's on the back. So that's the back of the keychain. Then that's the front. Oh. Right, my sibling came in, so I gave them a couple of those treats. Oh, we've also got Marvin today. Marvin's back. I had a bag to put him in to bring him home. He became bald. Yeah, he does have hair here. It's just I'm making this as a template so I can make Shane. I need to actually flip this one. Wait, let me... There we go. Basically, the plan is one side of the keychain's this, the other side of the keychain's this. When you turn it over, it's the same shape but different design. This is him working for the Boston Raiders. That's the Boston Raiders logo. It is backwards because I didn't want to have to draw his hair parted like that. His hair's parted this particular way, which also happens to be where the captain's logo is in 81. And then this one here, I flipped the number on the shoulder just because it does. Technically speaking, the number here is wrong. It wouldn't be that. It would be the other way around. The 8 here and the 1 here. But I want it to be readable, so I flipped it. And then that's his Russian outfit. I was gonna do his Ottawa Centaurs, but we haven't got an official TV design of that yet, and so I'm not gonna do that until season 2's out, or at least we've got the promo for it, so I know what his Ottawa Centaurs stuff looks like. So for now, it's gonna be his Russian. I thought about the All-Stars, but I think each one of them's different. And then... yeah, I think... that's gonna be one side, that's gonna be the other side. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do Shane, who's gonna be facing the opposite way so that they can... but I think I'm going to have him hold his stick just a little bit lower. So the two sticks can basically like clash with each other. So if you've got these keychains next to each other, right? Let's dupe his main one, turn that on. And then... let's, for example, move Ilya all the way over here. And what's going to be Shane all the way here. See how their sticks sort of clash? I think I actually like that, where they're holding it like that. That was a lot of that. I mean, alternatively, I could have it so he's holding his stick more like this. But he's going to have his arm up. And they don't tend to hold it like that. They tend to just... their arms are always pointed downward. From what I remember, the tiny... and maybe the 3 times I've ever played hockey in my life. Mind you, it's regular hockey, not ice hockey, but... he might hold it up a bit more like that. Straighter arm here. Bent like that. But I don't know. I quite like it where they're identical. And then I want to do, like, maybe a Scott Hunter Kip one. Where Scott's, like, drinking a smoothie and Kip's, like, drinking a smoothie. Because, like, that's their whole, like, they met because of the smoothies type. But I think what I want to do is... I'm gonna flip that. Bring it to the middle. And then... there we go. Right, we've matched up. So I can use the hair now to make Shane's hair. And I need a Shane reference. Do I have a photo of Shane? Downloaded. Oh, I have a lot of memes. I forgot we did that. I do not. Pinterest! Oh, Pinterest. Shane Hollander. Download image. I'm going to keep Pinterest open in the background just because I know that I'm going to need it. Import from file. And then I need to draw you that way. Your hair's going to... oh, his hair's the other way around. It really pisses me off when that happens. Okay, okay, I just... cool, right. Nice. I've given him a rough fucking head. And then... Cool, right, yeah, that is the right kind of... So his hair is kind of middle parted. Like that. Like this, I guess. Sort of. I just need to sort of make a bigger chunk, if you will. Like that. I mean, that looks like shit, but that's the sort of vibe, I think, that works. Let me bring it. Then his ear. Let's make the rubber smaller. There we go. There we go.
Holy moly.
Holy moly! Chunky face. And then... I need to sort of... make it less square. How's that? That's better. I don't think it looks like Shane, though. That's more like him. Weirdly enough, adding a second tuft there. No joke, thighs highs at work? No way. That's crazy. The thighs behind. Does that look like Shane? All of a sudden, I don't know about this bit here. Oh, that does not come all the way down. You want to see someone go with them alongside boot shorts? Hell yeah. That's pretty epic. Sounds pretty epic. I'm being flied. TCG's nearly ready to start design. Damn. There we go. No, that looks wrong. There we go. There we go. I think this bit needs to come down. Nope. Regular transform, but we bring it down a bit more. There we go. Out of curiosity, fishnets kind of enjoy or cropped out of a kind of fella? Better on Gas Boys. I don't know. I personally wear the most cropped I'll ever get is a t-shirt that's cropped like to my waistband. So when I lift my arms up, you see a bit of my stomach. But because I know with personal experience, unfortunately, if I start to experiment with something a bit more like that, I end up being misgendered a lot. However, my sibling wears a lot of fishnets during summer. So, but also crop tops. They sort of pair the two together. Me and others. Oh, honestly, I like both. Maybe cropped clothing, like cropped like t-shirts that are up a bit more so you can see the stomach. I think they look quite cool because, you know, it's like gay. That's a joke. Because I think they look cool. But that's probably what I'd say. How do you look when I flip you? Nice. Okay, cool. I'll make those shorter. Over a netted shirt. Yeah, my sibling does that a lot. I've started experimenting, I guess, a little bit by wearing, yeah, slightly cropped t-shirts, but I don't really like wearing it myself. I'm not the kind of person to dress up super, like, I don't know, gaily. I just like more whimsical clothing. There we go. He's craving harsh and gentle meow. I'm quite happy being seen as a guy. I really enjoy it. I just don't like how there are some things I wear that I know get me misgendered. My gosh. For starters, I'm sat here wearing a shark hoodie. Can I get the hood up? With headphones on? Without messing my hair up, maybe? Because I know full well I put this hood up and all of my hair's just gone form. Then unless we defend gender just so we could be gay. Probably. I mean, like, for example, I'm sat here in a shark hoodie. Right? What kind of cis straight guy sits in shark hoodies, if not the kind that's probably been called out by the general public for being strange and weird? Unfortunately, due to the way that society is built, the people that will look at you and go, you are a woman because blah 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 blah, is the kind of people that, you know, cool shark hoodie? No. You know, I like funky bags and funky socks. You know, I've got like a star bag, I've got a fish cracker bag, like one of those goldfish crackers, I think they're called. Looks like that. Or was it called taiyaki? There's a Japanese food, I think, that kind of looks a bit like a fish. I think there's like, I can't remember. And then I've also got a red panda backpack. Like, I collect pins, I do art. If that's not like a walking red flag, unfortunately, for transphobes, then I don't know what is. It's just sometimes I can't go too far with the whimsy without being misgendered, and I don't really like being misgendered. Because that makes me very sad, because I just want the world to see me as a silly little guy. I just want to be a silly little guy. Is that too much to ask? Okay. It's just, yeah, I probably get, you're a woman. Thanks, because you don't have to chip my madness. No, I get it. I get that. Don't worry, I get the joke. There's just, yeah, there's a lot of people out there who probably really enjoy scrutinizing people. And my body doesn't know the difference between being misgendered and being held at gunpoint, I'm afraid. So I reckon that looks like him. I need to get rid of that stupid facial expression. That is not a Shane facial expression. That's an Ilya facial expression. Oh, I can keep the eyes. characters. They're gonna say awful shit about me. I have the right to fire back. Oh no, yeah. I fear that I am simply too afraid for that. I fear I am too internal for that. Let's have a look at Shane's face. Okay. Shane doesn't really smile very much. He does when he's with Ilya. Is that fine? Okay, going next to Discover the Weirdos. Oh, I just got my partner who does it for me. There we go. Okay, I've got the neck of his jersey here, which is nice. Got that bit already. This red bit here. Add a dot in the middle of his. Just to change up a little bit. Maybe too long, because... Yeah, Yeah, maybe. It was longer originally. It used to come up to here, and I shortened it already once. I probably will shorten it again. Shorten it again. Oh, now I've done his hair, I can just flatten it. Could have done half or even more. Yeah, I probably will when I've done all the design. That way I can put it together next to each other. I need a photo of Shane's uniform. I need a full body of... Actually, that photo is going to be really handy soon. Why the fuck have I got a life-size Phil Lester cutout advert? 2016 Phil Lester, hello? What are you doing here? Okay. Yep. Yeah, I know, I realised that just now. That's... Whoops, that was an accident. Copy image. Clipboard. Cool. Right, we've got a jersey icon. Design. Ah! Do we remove these and redraw them? There's got to be some differences between the two. Although I really do think it'd be kind of cool if they were just carbon copies of each other. Yeah, okay, I just kind of did the opposite. There's the captain's logo up here on the shoulder. The captain C does look different. I know their captain's is more like this. But that's really difficult to draw. Needs to be more pronounced. No. Right, that is the C. He is number 24. So he will have a little 2-4 on his shoulder. Two. And then... Does he really have to have 24? Is it really that the number that I got? Like, at least with 81, one's like a number that you can just like... At least you can hide the one a bit. However, that is a pretty good 2 and 4. Actually, that 2 is kind of shit now I'm looking at it. That's a bit better of a 2. More of a... I draw C's like that. Not like that. Like that. 2DS and like pain. Oh, I've never shaved in my life, actually. Genuinely. I shaved my face once. After being told that you could do that as a trans person. But I hated it because it was like peak COVID time, so I had to put a face mask on. Face mask, again, like, against face that's got, like, I do have hair on my face, it's just invisible. Peach fuzz. Remove that from a face, it gets very, like, very smooth, but not, I didn't have anything to put on it. I didn't put anything on it, so it was very sort of rough smooth. That plus face mask here, hitting the few hairs that I'd missed. Awful feeling, awful feeling. I hated it. So I just haven't. Plus there's kind of no point, really. There's no point shaving if there's nothing to shave. I'll be real. I get that obviously it's good for making you feel better. I need the 2 and the 4 to stretch around his arm. But at the same time, like I did not need to be doing it. Not during lockdown. Don't accuse myself. I think that 24 now looks like it reaches around his arm a bit more. Now they're sat next to each other, that looks nicer. But I am going to carefully do that. $24 on the arm. Cool. Wish cloning was real. Doo-doo-doo. Let's add the stripes. So I'm going to add the stripes on a separate layer. That way I don't accidentally then have to remove them later. Those are his stripes. Cool. The 2 news on the server. I feel like I make my clone help me with choice. I'm like, I'll be gaming all day with myself. No, that's real. I couldn't deal with it. I wouldn't be able to deal if there was a clone of me. I wouldn't want that. 1 of me is enough. We do not need 2 of me. Get stressed out enough. I don't need a second one to stress out about. This is me on news, isn't on the server. Yeah. That is in fact what it's like. Right, we've got the stripes on the arms. That stripe needs to be just the slightest bit apart. Cool. Cool. Juggle of more robins. Yeah, but I feel like even he would find it, like, one of me is enough. I could be a bit over the top sometimes. There And let's shrink the 24 down just a bit more. Cool. And then we've got... There we go. Oh yeah, from a double height, or in other words, a 5'10" robin. You'd fuse and then mega robin? Oh, hell yeah. Mega robin, more like average robin. Right, okay, then we have the design down the middle. Because the Metros has a stripe down the middle. Like that. Exactly like that. Gosh damn. Let's do that. There we go. And then we have the Metro's logo, which is definitely just an M. It's definitely not supposed to be anything else. It's just a really fancy looking M. Trust. Definitely nothing suspicious about that sentence at all. And there's the M. There we go. I think I lost the plot. Wonder a stash at Markiplier, Robber Plier. They call me Wilford Wolfstash. Let me zoom in on the M, actually. And then... there we go. I think this whole thing just needs squishing like that and doing that. Cool. That just fixed the whole thing. And then is Nusura it's good at citations investment as one of them healthy brands. Ooh. Yummy, yummy. I'm really particular with the cereals I like and don't like. Most of the time at breakfast in the morning, it's got to be something that's got milk in it. There are a few occasions where I'll have something else, like I had a croissant the other morning. But usually it's something that's got milk in it because I just like having milk in the morning. Emco? I've never heard of it. And then there we go. That's got to fit inside there. I would also turn it just a little bit, just so it... And then this up against that. There we go. One bag with dry strawberries, another with tricolor chocolate shavings. I mixed the two, but 90% of it's oat. The good yummy kind of oat. Oh, yeah. I know the kind. There we go. There's the little Montreal logo. The Metros. Woo, 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 woo. That's the Metros logo. Then he's got another smaller stripe near the bottom, where he's got his stick, which is about here. Okay. Let's get rid of that. There we go. There we go. Cool. Oh, am I just realizing now that the shirt should be doing that instead? Oh, maybe actually. Think this is how it's supposed to be. Because I'm looking at this thinking that's a really strangely put t-shirt. So I fear I've got to change it, but it's fine. I'll do the same to Ilya's in a sec. Do you get the idea of it now? And then... that looks better. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. There we go. Right. That looks a bit better. There we go. Alright, let's make that flat. Yay! Cool. So with the metros. Yay! There is another image I need, but I'm gonna have to be very quick with the... Actually, wait, oh my god, I could just use this one. Copy image. Cool. Bonk. There we go. Cool. Cool. Yay! Alright. So this is the Metro's uniform. Cool. And then let's dupe him. Let's flip him. We flipped him. Changing expression very, very slightly for Shane. More noticeable on Ilya. Because Ilya is not smiling here at all. But he's smiling when he's on that team because he doesn't like Russia. Shane doesn't really have much of a difference. It's just the world's tiniest difference. Thank you for all the flies. Because I don't think he really matters. He cares. I don't think he is captain of Canada's team. Copy image. There he is. Here we go. Then we've got similar bands, but they're just white. I'm gonna leave them where they are. He is number 24. I'm gonna turn it so you can read that. This is all going. He's also not captain. Oh. Why would he be captain? Whereas I think Ilya is captain. His cereal is yum. Hooray! Oh no, he is captain. Never mind, there is a C. Never mind. Guess makes sense. And he's Canada. Get rid of that band. There we go. Alright. I need to add the patch at the top here. This doesn't exist on their Canada team. I actually can't tell. Hold on. Can I have a photo of Ilya's? They've both got it there. Is it going to show me? It's on his, but it's not on his. Okay. It's not on here. He doesn't have that. Canada's team don't have that. Cool. Alright. He's got a stripe there. And then on this, he's got black come down. I know his number's technically supposed to be on it, but there's no way in hell I'm going to fit 24. Deselect. Cool. Yeah, like I said, I'd love to do the Ottawa Centaurs on the other side. When season 2 comes out. Because the two of them join the Ottawa Centaurs. I'm gonna try and put 24 up there. Or at least on the band line. I'm moving 24 out. 24's off. Let's get 24. Snug. Deselect. Cool. There we go. And then we grab the big C. That goes there. It's kind of blurry. What happens when you move it around a lot? And then there we go. So that's Shane's. And then he's got... Oh, he's got this as well. There we go. Cool. So that's that. And then we need the Canadian flag, which is notoriously difficult to fucking draw, apparently. Okay. Deselect. That's weirdly roughly what it looks like. Okay. Now if I go symmetry... And then up. I mean, that is the Canada flag, to be fair. That is, in fact. It just needs to be stretched that way. It is quite big on the clothes, to be fair. There we go. Okay. And now I've got to cut it with stripes. Cool. um... There we go. Bonk. There we go. There we go. Okay, 2 stripes around the legs. Nothing here. Cool. So we have Canada Shane Hollander. Montreal Metros Shane Hollander. Boston Raiders Ilya. And Russia's Ilya. Which is epic. Right, and now let's get the smooth eraser. Just a bit softer on the skin and the eyes. There we go. Okay. Cool. Okay, now Shane Canada. Shane Montreal. That's not how you spell Montreal. Montreal's got an N in it. Montreal. Ilya. Russia. Ilya. Boston. Shane Canada. Shane Montreal. Ilya Boston. Ilya Russia. Cool. Right. Okay. Expand by 3 pixels. Oh. Inverse. Inverse. And then deselect. Inverse. I've just realised the underside of their other arm. There we go. Do. Deselect. There we go. Yay. Let me grab the snack from behind me real quick. Let's try one of these strawberry ones, shall we? Mmm. Oh, they're unusual. They are actually quite unusual, but I do quite enjoy them, actually. However, I'm going to open up these ones. These ones are nicer. The strawberry's quite strong, but different to how I thought it was going to taste, but really nice, nonetheless. Mmm. Mmm. Okay. Alright. Let's start coloring Canada Shane. Oh, I don't have it downloaded. Okay. That's a very bright red. For the jersey. And then obviously a white. Whoa. And then cool. And the arm stripes. And then of course the big Canada flag. There we go. Right, let's flatten the edges. There we go. Deselect. Bonk. Bonk. Thank you. Bonk. Yum. There we go. Okay, his letters are in white. I'll grab the white again in a sec. There we go. Yay! Do 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 do. Bonk. Yum. What up? Yo! Like I'm breaking 3 different places? Oh. That's rough. Alright. And then we need to... Oh, I don't know what color shoes he has. Black and white. Oh, that's Ilya, never mind. Okay, they're still with the dark color. Alright. Let's add white to the ice skates. He's got blue laces. I don't really know how to incorporate blue laces in. Like that, I suppose. Canada Shane. There we go. Cool. Yay. Do 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 do. And there we go. Cool. Is my sock twisted? My sock is twisted. What the hell? All right. There we go. Wow. Hi. Hello. Welcome in. All right. Yay, we have little Shane. His hockey sock is dark blue. There we go. There we go. Looks Canadian. To be fair, he is. Let me have a look. Is that not a single shot? Okay, he does. He's got like a black wrap on it. Hooray. Because Ilya's got a white wrap on it. There we go. Cool. I am realizing that the outline is going to be like that. Unless I add like the puck here. Which could look quite cool actually. I might do that. Alright, so that's Shane. Transform, flip horizontal. Oh yeah, flip horizontal. There we go. Drop that out. Flip. Cool. Import from file. It's the Montreal Blue. Yum. I think it goes all the way down here. Even though he has taken it off down here, which is really annoying. Here we go. I think the sea is white. Based on what I remember. Okay. Alright. Love this music. It's such a vibe. Doo-doo-doo. One there, one there. Bonk. There we go. Oh my gosh. I've done the design wrong. Color-wise. There we go. Could take a gamble and say that the ones on the legs are the same. And then I think this stripe down here is red. Doo-doo-doo. Alright. There we go. Yay. There we go. There we go. I think that's Shane completely done now. It's Ilya's turn. I'm going to do the Boston first. A full Boston body. White in the middle. There we go. There we go. And then there we go. And then there we go. And bunk. Bunk, bunk. Alright, there we go. There we go. Doo doo doo. Let's grab a bright orange. Whoa. Alright, let's get in there and place that. There we go. A1. And it's the C. The C is also white. Again, figured. I was gonna be an obvious. Alright. Let's grab the red. Oh, did I do that to Shane's? I did not. Huh. There we go. Okay. There's the R for Raiders. Okay. Okay. Doo doo doo. Do do do. Right, let's grab the red. Oh, I've done it on the white layer. Gosh, damn it. Okay, that's handy. And then there we go. And then whoa. Stop doing that. Wow. It's Ilya. Does it show what his hockey stick looks like? Stop that. I think his hockey stick is sort of slightly greenish. And then his white tape. Looks right to me. I think his eyes are blue. I think Ilya's eyes are blue. Yeah, like a darker blue. Bonk. Okay. I think that colored nicely. I just think it needs a little bit of lightening. There we go. Cool. There we go. Do I have? No, I don't. I need Russia Rosanov. This I'm not going to be able to copy paste from because it is very coloured. But I need an off-white. And then with the red, there we go. What I'm gonna do actually here. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, now I can put the red in. All right. There we go. Yay. There we go. I've got a crazy feeling that the sea is in this gold color. Oh, that stops higher up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And then we get rid of the new lines. Okay. Bonk. And then transform. Okay. Cool. Stripe 1. Oh, I wonder actually if I've done that in the others by accident. Oh. Oh. Does it say how long I can eat this after it's opened? No. That means I can keep eating it. Alright. These guys are very nearly done. I just need to do shading. But I'm gonna do that when off stream. Let's add this. Yay. Cool. Alright. There we go. Okay, so we got Boston Raiders, Russia, Montreal Montreal Metros, and Canada. They'll be on the opposite sides of each other. So that's going to be on the opposite side of that one. And that's going to be on the other side of that one. Now let's just try... There we go. There we go. Yay! There we go. There we go. Now Shane's got his freckles. All right. Thank you very much, everyone who has popped in. Thank you very, very much. Thank you so much. I will see you guys on Thursday. Tomorrow I can't stream. I have a meeting, I'm busy. But I will see you guys on Thursday. Thank you so much to everyone who's been here. You guys are all amazing. There are all the links, as usual. VOD's channel, art store, Instagram, Linktree, and Discord. And yeah, I will see you guys on Thursday. Bye-bye!